about that card. Let's react to it. This one went straight out without Vaseline for sure. But anyway,
we look like the cat,
It's been 2 months. Yeah. Like we got that. This is like the name of the channel, you know, beat up cat. We're gonna get beat up here and there. Now,
this is the first card.
it's been 2 months since without losing, and we didn't have any problems. You know, we will lose one fight, maybe two, but we'll be correcting the other four, the other three. You know, like we'll make profit. But in this one, piggy bank went out the window. So we're gonna start with the first fight. Penne.
We said it.
Versus Ducati. I mean, Penne is 40 years old.
Yeah, we said it.
But I think she should employ more her experience into this. But I guess Ducati is way too much young. She was not stupid in this fight. So she completely took this fight.
Annihilated.
And that's it. No shame for Penn. It's really hard. I'm pretty sure it's really hard to be fighting at 40 years old and still do it. So congrats to her for doing it. Not so much congrats because still she lost, but congrats to the that she got it. My respect to Penn. So we're gonna move to the next fight. This one was between Mr. Grant and Stopsus. Well, the fight, a lot of fellas are saying, kind of look evenly. Now, Stopsus actually dominated this guy.
With the wrestling, we said it.
And pretty much shut down this guy. So he traded a couple of punches. He switched, and then he took the guy to the ground. That was actually his game. Even though I didn't want to bet in this fight, we didn't want to bet into it because, I mean, these guys were coming from
2 losses.
From 2 losses straight. I think Stopsus was like three losses, or it was the other way around. Whatever. The point is that we're coming out from losses. Obviously, we know somebody's going to win, but at that point, don't touch it. So the next fight was actually the first pick of the night and our first kick in the ass, pretty much. It was between Mr. Young versus Jacoby. Jacoby, fuck you. Yeah. This one was a short one. This one was round 1. Fight, finish him! He was dead. That's it.
Nothing taking away from Jacoby because Jacoby is a great kickboxing and he was doing the 1-2. But Jan is stupid, man. Why are you gonna trade blows with a kickboxing? If you have the wrestling, take the guy to the ground. And I saw in other fights that he has fire kill, but I don't know why.
No, this one he got. I thought. What I think is he probably felt a little bit confident to trade a couple of blows for at least the first round. I don't think he envisioned he was gonna get knocked out in the first minute.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So Jacoby caught this guy in the first minute, and that's it. He put him away. Congrats to Jacoby on that one. Our first dig in the ass. Let me just say that. Second fight though was actually between Mr. Aguio and Burns, and JC was right on this one. I was kind of inclined to Burns. I thought he was gonna take this one, but now he got his ass whooped again.
But he got it like in the first minute. He had a triangle choke. I don't know what happened that he didn't complete it, and then Aguio get out from the triangle, and that was it.
Yep. So congrats to Aguio for taking Burns and actually burning him to shape. And the next fight was a complete, let's just say, complete surprise to both of us. We were expecting Simmons to always. Actually, the fight was between Mr. Simmons and Shore. Shore was undefeated until that point. Faced Seaman, a complete and new fighter, in my opinion.
The pressure was too much.
The pressure of Seaman was too much. All the time he was being technical. I think that Simmons actually relies more on his aggressiveness.
And he had hands. He's short.
Yeah, he absolutely was outstriking Shore for.
That was something that I was like impressed. I said like, what?
And then when he switched, he was trading blows, and then he would take him to the ground.
Yeah, and he took it on his back and he slammed him. That nothing against Simon. Now we have to get on.
Nothing against Shore either. He probably thought he could take this young guy out of the way quick, but Simon is. My bad. Simon had changed his game plan.
Yeah.
He seems very technical still, he's keeping the same aggressiveness, but this time he's more careful and more calculated. If he keeps fighting like that, he's gonna be a problem for that division. Absolutely. So congrats to Seaman. Sorry for you, sure. You might get it the next time. Alright, the next fight was between Mr. Soriano versus Liam Bula, which Soriano knocked out this guy on the second round, like in the last 28 seconds before the round was over. And Soriano completely evaporated this guy.
But I don't know what happened with Soriano. He is starting slow because he was losing the fight till that moment. I don't know what happened with him. The last 3 fights that I have seen from him, I don't know what happened. He's like, he looks another fighter. I don't know if he's not training correctly, but something changed. From the 6th fight that I saw in the beginning in the UFC and now, something happened with him. He's not the same guy.
That's definitely, at least he took the win, so he keeps his job, I guess. I don't know much about Liam Bula, though, so. Let's see
The
what
next
happens.
fight was Larry Murphy against Micha Tate. This was the only pick that we got. At least was plus 200. Was a good dog. So we get two units from what we lost over there. We said it. Murphy, he has the same style like Ricky Simon all the time. The pressure, she's really tough. And Micha Tate is a veteran in the sport. And all the people was in Tate, but I said to myself, this lady is a dog. And when you see the fight that she had with Valentina Shevchenko, she's not afraid of a changing blow. So, I knew that she's going to take it, and that was the end.
Yeah, that's it. So congrats to Murphy. She fought a really good fight. Misha fought a good fight too, but unfortunately for her, Murphy did just a little bit more than her, and that's it. So the next round was actually one of those fights that we actually lost to.
Yeah.
Burgess versus Jordan. I mean, fellas, we only got one fight out of all those fights, right? So I don't know what the fuck we're doing here talking to a camera. We should be hiding our heads right in front of the goddamn fucking ground. We fucked up. Our waters, we fucked up all of you all. But it is the name of the game.
Yeah. You win and you lose.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. You take your losses with your chin.
Yeah, so Burgess versus Jordan. What can we say?
I think that this was a robbery. This fight had to be a draw. In the third round, if you see the third round, Burgos was only taking punches and he survived because he chin. If not, he would have been knocked out in that round, Like, I didn't like the decision. If you see one judge, give it 28-28. So, I think that this was a draw. And the reason that they give it to him, he's from New York, and the fight was in New York. That's my personal opinion. But,
And I don't get these judges. They say they'll give the fight according to the damage. Yet I see Jordan has done more damage than he did. The only thing that Burgers did was having 4 more minutes and 20-something more seconds than him on the ground control.
Giving kisses.
Man, it's more clear than now that these fucking judges are corrupt. They're betting on the guy, but they want him to win anyway. So maybe one of them was not into that. That one 28-28 guy, congrats to you, my guy. All right, so we're gonna move into the next one between Chanel versus
Somodari. This guy Snell is a dog, bro. How he was losing the fight and taking a beating, and he didn't quit. He was fighting and fighting and fighting till he get to Sumudardi to the ground, and that was it. He get a first in a triangle choke, and that was it. Giving elbows from the bottom, and then he submit the guy. Like, this guy has a heart of a lion. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
The next fight, our last pick, was Lee Julian against Muslim Sulikov. This fight, I don't know how Sulikov lost the fight. He was winning easily on the stand-up, in the ground, but the other guy took it to the ground, and that was it. He TKO'd the guy in the ground with elbows, ground and pounds, like Mo said. Yeah. That was it.
And, well, I guess not all guys from Macalaca are tough. This guy might not actually from Macalaca. He could be right here from the back street in Hialeah, They put in there Macalaca. We all place our best. Judges laughing in the background, making money. On us, it is what it is. Saligov lost it. Ying
Congrats to you.
God damn, it's hard to pronounce his name. Ying. Shit.
In the co-main event, we have Michelle Watterson against Amanda Lemos. This one, we said it is gonna be a beating on Watterson, and that was it. Amanda Lemos too much. This lady has the strongest force that I have seen in a lady after Amanda Nunes. She's going forward and forward and forward. And that was it. When she take it to the ground, submitted, she's a black belt in BJ. No more to say to that.
Alright, the last fight in the main event of the evening, Ortega versus Rodriguez. If you guys saw it, Jair took this fight in a spectacular fashion. I did feel like Ortega has improved his game just a little bit. Like, he's not giving his head for granted anymore. Like, he's actually moving his head. He was fighting. The fight I still had it, like, Jair was still winning by a slight margin, but not the whoop ass that I thought it was gonna be. Because we all know what happened when Ortega went against Holloway. We all know what happened in there. And we all know what happened when Rodriguez went against Holloway. It was a dog fight between these two. None of them were backing out. So, in my eyes, Rodriguez gave Holloway the best fight probably Holloway ever had that Ortega could ever have done. But in this one, he was ready. He was ready. But unfortunately, he got his own popped by Jair. Jair, we said it here. Jair is a very dangerous individual. This guy can kick, can punch, submit, he can do everything. And when you have a fighter like that,
and he's Mexican, so he's tough.
Yeah.
That's
and when you have a guy like that with all those qualities filled in, that's a champion. That's a champion caliber right there. So whoever is in this guy's path is, watch out. Watch out, because wherever he takes it, either he takes you down and submits you, or he's kicking and punching, you are in trouble against this fella. So, I'm sorry for Ortega, my guy. It is what it is. Things like that happen. Hopefully they get better.
Yeah, he
and
doesn't get another injury. Because it will be a fair one. I think that...
In the same arm?
Yeah, on the same shoulder. It will be the same. I think that if he has another surgery, he said that maybe it's going to be over for him. 3 surgery in the same shoulder.
Let's see what happens.
At least he will be like 1 year or 2 years without fighting again. At least.
Yep. And,
unfortunately, but
congrats to Yair though. He took down a tough opponent. There's no doubt about that. Now let's see where this guy goes next. I'm pretty excited to see where they put him. Pretty sure it's gonna be I don't know if it's gonna be a championship
they're
fight.
saying that they're gonna do an interim champion against Jair and Josh Emmett, the guy that beat Kevin Qatar. That's an interesting fight.
I mean, what's going on with this interim championships, man? I mean, if they have to fight, they have to fight. Once they have a fight, then they go against the real champ.
Because they think that there's 2 people that deserve the fight, so they do an interim champ and then they go.
Yeah, but it's always the same thing. I'm not gonna say it's Dana White to blame it. I think it's whoever's lucky running the company. It's like
I think that is for making
the same thing
money.
they wanted to do it in Ngannou. Yeah, it's business shit.
Making money.
Is it when Ngannou is the same shit before? And who's the other guy? No, he never fucking seen the class with. Oh, so these guys are the ones next in line to fight the champion. If they fight each other, why are you gonna put him in a belt? I would not. If I was a UFC fighter, I would not take that belt seriously, because it's an interim belt. The real champion, who's the real champion in that division? What's this guy's name?
Volkanovski.
Volkanovski. That's the target, man. Not Emmett, not Jair. I mean, they have to collide in order to access Volkanovski, but
no, that's not confirmed that they're gonna do an interim champ. They were saying that. It's not confirmation. Also confirmation. October 22, we are gonna see Oliveira against Makachev.
That's gonna be a very interesting
banger. Yeah,
that's gonna be a banger. So we're gonna see there
where is your money on?
How test. We're gonna see there if Makachev is ready for that shit, because we already know Oliveira, regardless of he has the belt or not, he's the champion. Yeah. So we know he's being tested, hardcore tested.
The line is minus 200 for Makachev.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, who's in his corner?
Yeah, the cheat code.
Who's in his corner? It's simple as that. But Oliveira is not slouched.
Yeah. But I think that in the ground it's gonna be too much Makachev. I think so.
It depends much on his strength. Makachev is a really strong opponent.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Remember, Oliveira is not going to stay on the ground for him to hit him.
Yeah.
He's going to try to submit him, and I know
And
Oliveira
do you
is
think
a better
that
submitter
Oliveira can
than
submit a
Yeah,
Russian
absolutely. Absolutely. He actually can do it. He's a better submitter than Makachev. Makachev is more dominant on the ground. But like we said many times before, the jiu-jitsu guys are comfortable on the back.
Oliveira can submit Khabib.
I don't know. Well, Khabib's no longer in there. He's just. I get it. He's not fighting anymore. But if Khabib will be fighting, I'll put my money on Khabib.
Yeah, of course.
My money on Khabib.
Yeah.
Oliveira could win it, but I'll put my money on Khabib for sure.
So guys, that is all for all.
Yep.
Next Saturday we have a UFC London again. We have Curtis Blade against Tom Aspinall. This guy is gonna be a banger. We have Paddy the Body. We have Jack Hermanson. It's gonna be a stock car, so be ready. You know that we are not gonna to take part. We're gonna take over, like Conor McGregor said one time, and we are gonna recover and make money again. That's the reason that we are here and enjoy it. Okay. So that's all for all, Mel.
That's all for all, baby.
Catch you guys in the next one.
Bye bye.